And that shot should leave no doubt as to where we are tonight. It's the Toyota Center here in downtown Houston, Texas. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. And on tap tonight, it's the Houston Rockets. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys,
influential with his taste for sure, David. Thank you. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Houston. On Thursday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors. And then on Saturday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Utah Jazz.
And for the matchup with the Grizzlies, I think it's going to be an interesting challenge. Even though they expect to come out on top, this could probably be a pick-em game, depending on how they play.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Cantor in at the 5, patrolling the paint. And for the Rockets, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House in at the 3 spot. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook. Doris, don't you think that every trade deadline always seems to have a different feel to it?
Yeah, some years it seems like there's so much movement, a ton of action. And then other years, the trade deadline can come and go with virtually no storylines. So hard to predict what happens year to year.
Hayward on the wing, defended by Covington. Shot clock at 5. Cantor dishes to Hayward. Shoots over Covington. Misses off the right iron. Out left to the wing. Here's Westbrook. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Westbrook's got the first points on the scoreboard for the Rockets.
I love how Westbrook rises and fires immediately. Ball touches his hands, and it's gone before you can blink.
And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Here's the teardrop. He lays it in. Westbrook's got his second bucket of the night.
Westbrook can absorb contact, Kevin. He's got great focus and great finishing ability.
Walker. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. The teardrop falls in.
Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
Pass to House. Back to Westbrook. Pass to Harden. Rocket 6. The Rockets with the new 14. It's blocked.
Encouraging to see Cantor trying harder on the defensive end. There's height. There's ability to block shots. Go to work, Ennis.
And Walker kicks to Hayward. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Here's Walker. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And the basket by Harden.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
Walker with it. He's coming off a 13-point game against Oklahoma City.
And guys, remember, remarkable passing the ball as well. He racked up a number of good assists.
The shot. That one a little long. Last game for the Celtics, it was a loss to the Thunder.
Really a disappointing effort. That game could have and should have been closer than it was.
Listen, Greg, I don't fault the effort. That was there all night. It was the quality of play that was lacking. There was not a ton of cohesion. They've got to figure it out.
and the Celtics looking to bounce back and make another deep playoff run.
And I think, Greg, they certainly have the talent to do it. This is a team that remains on the upswing. They have draft picks and assets. I think they are well positioned for the future. Well, you can tell there's a team-first mentality with the young gun Jason Tatum working to find the open teammate. Nice.
Here's Westbrook. Kicks it out to Harden. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Walker the pass to Tatum. Tanner, high post. Tries again. And the layup is good. Cantor's got his second basket.
Elite offensive rebounder from the moment he stepped between the lines. Enes Kanter, that is a strength of his game.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Celtics team.
And remember, they won both games in this matchup last year. No small feat.
Now, these two teams could easily end up meeting to decide the NBA championship. Tonight could be a preview of something with more on the line down the road.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. And a new group in for the Celtics. Daniel Tice is checked in for Kanter. Robert Williams comes in for Tatum. Smart's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker. Pass to Tice. Back to Wanamaker. On the money from 12 feet away.
Working against size, he's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
I'll tell you, the analytics crew may not like the mid-range, but sometimes you just got to put it in the basket.
Gordon kicks to Rivers. There's a minute 47 left in the first quarter. They got him on the arm, but it still can. The Rockets shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did on high school at a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the basement.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
I remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well. Now here's Gordon. 23 points for him the last game against Utah. 6 to shoot. Here's Rivers. Launches it. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Wanamaker the pass to Tice. Brown feeling it out a bit. Teardrop shot. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
McLemore, the pass to Hartenstein. Kicks it to Jerebko. And here's Gordon from deep. And that one released in time, but no good.
Well, Brown taking away the shooter's airspace effectively crowd scorers and gets them out of their comfort zone.
Well, you can't win it alone.
And for superstar players like Westbrook, individual greatness isn't enough. It's about elevating the team around them.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what do you think?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. Smart and Brown outside on the wings. Then there's Daniel Tice. And it's Wanamaker in at the 1. Brown with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. And the call on the shot. It sends him to the line.
To me, this is Jaylen Brown at his best, right? A superb player who gets to the rim in no time.
And you look at Jaylen Brown, the third pick back in 2016. Doris, tantalizing strength and athleticism.
Well, the absolute definition of a perfect basketball body. Excellent first step. For him, it's all about aggressiveness, bringing those tools to bear in terms of your basketball skill.
Now the pass to Rivers. Three-pointer. Nailed from three-point land. Rivers has got 6.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
Smart against Rivers. Smart goes in. An easy 2 points on the layup. Smart's got his first points of the night.
I tell you, it's not often, but Marcus Smart working the pick and roll, effective in that particular instance.
Pass to Rivers. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Passes it to Clemens. Fires the 3. He can't get that one to fall. Now Boston takes it the other way. They host the Clippers after this game. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Rockets. 3-point lead. That one's a miss. His third shot of the game. He's made one of them. Rivers against Smart to the left wing. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Clemens defended by Tice. The shot off that time.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now a timeout called by Houston. You hear these defensive coaches in our meetings, Doris, talk about their players staying on a string, helping the help defenders in this league are important.
No doubt, and there are certain guys who are gifted defensively. Paul George, to me, was a Defensive Player of the Year category. Rudy Gobert, multi-time winner of the Defensive Player of the Year. Rudy is considered a great shot blocker, and no question that's the case. But it's because his defensive rotation is so good. Guys like Marcus Smart, the ones willing to give up their body, fly around the floor, be great anticipators. I mean, that impacts winning.
Aren't they fun to watch?
So fun.
Smart kicks to Hayward. Outside, Walker. Three-pointer. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Houston leading by 3. Now Westbrook. He really had an off game against the Jazz. Never got into a rhythm. Shoots over Walker. Westbrook, no good. For Boston, they come into this one following a loss to the Thunder in Oklahoma City. And Hayward with the stuff.
How about the burst of speed and transition by Gordon Hayward? Great at getting one step ahead of the opposition.
Here's Westbrook. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Smart.
Boy, when you look back on Russell Westbrook's career, the athleticism at the point guard position, borderline absurd. The power, the speed with which he moves on the floor, boy, you just don't see it that consistently.
And with Westbrook and his elite athleticism, Doris, it can be seen in his great statistics.
Well, you don't average 30 points a game in the NBA unless you can absolutely blow past defenders like Russell Westbrook. Gosh, the strength in his legs allows him to fight for rebounds. He is so productive from the point guard position. It's extraordinary.
The shot's good from Gordon Hayward.
Well, Gordon Hayward is a special talent, Kevin. This guy has got size and speed and handle, and that's a nightmare for a defender.
Westbrook can't get it to go.
And after nailing a three-pointer in the first quarter, he has yet to connect here in the second.
They grabbed their own miss, so they take the lead. Kanter's got the lead up to 1 now for the Celtics.
Enes Kanter embraces physicality, and if he wants to score it, he's going to play right through the defense.
Back to Westbrook. Outside, Covington. Houston needs to get a shot. That one goes. Count it. Westbrook's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, you have to respect the physicality of Russell Westbrook. This guy plays with power, and he will go right through a defender.
Smart against Harden. Good D by Harden. Houston's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
Hayward passes to Kanter. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. 8 points for Enes Kanter.
Boy, Kanter, if he's that deep, the defense has no chance. Excellent at getting his shot up there.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. The shot will not fall. Now Boston takes it the other way.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Pass to House. Smart against Harden. Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. And you look at Jason Tatum, able to play either forward position. Doris, do you think his future is at the 3 or at the 4?
I think he is interchangeable at either position because his scoring can be devastating. For Jason Tatum, it's really a matter of making sure he continues to gain strength, continue to be a force and factor on the defensive end, and probably enhance his footwork around the rim a little bit.
Hartenstein, he's checked in for Houston. Ben McLemore comes in for Danuel House. Walker finds Hayward. And the shot goes down.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Rockets trail by 4. There's 42 seconds left in the first half. Westbrook, no good.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Harden against Smart. Harden, that's good. Harden's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Westbrook against Walker. The offensive rebound. Here's Williams. And no good on the last second attempt this time. So it's Gordon Hayward making things happen for the Boston Celtics. He got into double digits for the...
They struggled to find an offensive rhythm or come up with enough stops and sunk into a 7-point hole by the end of the period. There was a noticeable difference in their second quarter performance when suddenly...
Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at the Rockets. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. E.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the small forward position. The pass to Tatum. Brown outside. To the paint. Stolen by Harden. Westbrook up top, guarded by Walker. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Westbrook. He's got 11. Out of bounds. Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. You look at Houston. Right now they've compiled the third best record in the conference.
And you know, Houston, they've come through for their fans this season. All the optimism surrounding them, all the high hopes, all proved to be legit.
Well, how about the momentum they have built to get off to this fantastic start? All positive vibes right now for this group.
For Houston, they have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And the way Harden plays the game, incredible. So much energy and really as creative as they come.
Here's Walker, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
If you were coaching, Doris, and you could run your offense through any center in the game, and let's take guys that are playing right now because we can go back in history, and the names are endless. But who would you run your offense through at that position?
Probably a guy that the casual NBA fan is not as knowledgeable about as they should be, Kevin, and that's Nikola Jokic. Now, this is a young, early 20-year-old who may be the best passer out of the post position that we've seen in a generation. Jokic is a guy who can handle the ball from three-point territory. He can take it off the window and initiate your offense. They run him like a point center, and it's appropriate because he's unselfish and gifted as a passer.
Gifted, great word to use, you're right. Tucker finds Westbrook. Covington trying to break free. His three-pointers off the mark. The Celtics have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Here's Hayward. Rebounded by Covington. Covington's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
Hayward looking around. He kicks it to Brown. Walker dishes to Brown. 5 on the clock. That's tipped. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
And quickly, let's look at the numbers for James Harden. 3rd in scoring and such a great distributor and decision maker, among the top 10 in assists per game.
And the only way you average top 3 in points if you have that scorer's mentality. He knows he's the go-to guy. And everyone else knows it as well. Jonas Jerebko's checked in for the Rockets. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. And now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. That will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do on the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. Westbrook, no good.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Offensive rebound. Stolen by Westbrook. Here's House. He trains the quick shot. House has got the game tied up here for Houston.
Well, the aggressiveness of Russell Westbrook setting up that bucket right there. This guy knows how to find the best shot possible.
Wanamaker looking over the floor. The 10-footer. No good. The Rockets go the other way with it. Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook, and that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Tatum wide open, he fires one. Off the left rim and out.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
You know, you think back to the history of players in the NBA and who can match up to the intensity of Russell Westbrook. This guy goes full speed, 100% every second he's on the floor, and regardless of how you rate Westbrook, you have got to admire what he brings nightly.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first. And Doris with Westbrook, that competitive fire, an edge he plays with, can rub some opponents the wrong way.
It can, Kevin, and to be honest, Russell Westbrook probably wants it exactly that way. He's beloved by so many retired players because to them he brings that old school NBA mentality.
Brown outside. Over Jerebko. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Brown.
Well, don't you love the way Jaylen Brown is squaring up in the mid-range? This guy's getting his feet under him, his pre-shot preparation outstanding.
Gordon inside, guarded by Tatum. Hartenstein can't get it to go. And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for the Boston Celtics. 1:53 left in the third. For 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. McLemore with the ball. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Now, here's Tice. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. On the wing, Brown. Defended by Jerebko. Back to Tice. Over McLemore. And Tice gets it to go. Tice has got his first 2 points of the night.
I think Brown demonstrating he's got a great understanding of the game. He keeps his head moving, his eyes open so he can spot the open man.
From deep, McLemore. And Tatum pulls it down.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And the Celtics, Brad Stevens, one of the youngest head coaches in the league and also one of the more respected.
And Greg, I was surprised that he didn't get any Coach of the Year votes 2 seasons ago. Think about it. The Celtics overcame injury to make the Eastern Conference Finals. Last season, he admitted his most trying in the 12 years as a coach. Boy, he is looking to get them back on track.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Robert Covington comes in for Jonas Jerebko. And it's Rivers in for Ben McLemore. And Walker kicks to Tatum. Pass to Williams. Outside, Walker. For the tie. Eric Gordon with the rebound.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
Rivers passes to Gordon. And it's blocked. James Harden getting it done for the Houston Rockets. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific.
Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. On the floor for Boston, Walker and Smart, the guards. Williams is out there with Hayward, and it's Cantor in at the 5. Gordon against Hayward. And it's off the back rim, no good.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
Bucket is good.
You know, this is in part what makes Marcus Smart very dangerous, right? He can slice into the defense. He's got that remarkable speed to get where he wants.
Passes it to Rivers. Lets it go with a 3. Rebound, Gordon Hayward. Boston trailing. 60 seconds off the clock here in the 4th. Here's Williams. The basket good off the assist from Hayward.
Okay, Gordon Hayward, we know you're an all-star level talent as a scorer. Now you're just showing off with that pass.
Rivers passes to Clemens. A 3-pointer off the mark. Celtics shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Bounce pass from Smart. Pass to Cantor. And here is Williams. Outside, Walker looking to end his cold spell. It's hauled in by Gordon.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
The pass to Clemens. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 5th rebound in this one. Hayward with the ball. And it's Gordon picking him up. The shot's good from Cantor.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Timeout called the Rockets.
Well, Gordon Hayward obviously still working his way back to peak form. Let's remember, this guy was an all-star in 2017. We know he can be a franchise guy.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over that last break, I listened to Mike D'Antoni talk to his team. With this game in the balance, he really came after his guys. He said, this is our time. Right now, be in the moment with each other. Do your job, and I promise you we'll win this game. Back to you.
And Doris, you talk about when Gordon Hayward is playing his best. What makes him, in your mind, so special?
Well, when he's right physically, he can be a go-to offensive weapon, Kevin. This guy is the true definition of triple threat, right? He can pick you apart with his passing, with his shooting, and also off the dribble drive. Boy, when he's right, he is tough to stop.
Walker dishes to Hayward. Smart against Harden. Now, here's Walker. Defense is right there. Offline with his 3. Houston's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. And there's the feed to House. Cantor against Westbrook. Plays it up and banks it in. And the Rockets lead by 2.
I'll tell you, there's a tenacity to his driving ability that is almost awe-inspiring. Go ahead, Russell.
Smart against Harden. Here's Smart. Back to Cantor. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Outside Westbrook. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Hayward, left side. Good on the bucket.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
For Houston, they've gone just 33% from the field in the 4th quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Pass to House. Tucker with the ball. He's against Cantor. Tucker can't get it to go.
You will have to finish harder than that if you want to convert in traffic.
And Walker kicks to Hayward. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got 4 assists now tonight.
But Gordon Hayward all of a sudden so comfortable taking and making key shots. This is why you love this guy's future. The seasoned veteran, the big shot maker, Russell Westbrook.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Gordon Hayward.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
And the shot goes in.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Westbrook again. Harden outside. Fades away. Westbrook can't get it to go. Celtics leading by 3. Here's Tatum. And Covington sends it back. Outside Westbrook. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Russell Westbrook, an absolute terror, someone who uses his body so well to draw contact.
2 shots. And Russell Westbrook drops them both.
Guys, that was critical. I mean, that's what we're used to seeing out of him, though, at moments like this.
Brown the pass to Cantor. Back to Brown. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. And the Celtics lead by 3. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Houston Rockets. Passes it to Covington. Outside Westbrook. Harden up top. Shot clock at 6. Over Tatum. The Rockets again can't hit. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Stolen by Harden. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break.
What a shot from Covington. You better be confident to take that shot.
1:16 left to play in the final quarter. And here's Walker. Stolen by Westbrook. And now Westbrook pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
This guy is clutch. He's money. If the game's in the balance, Russell Westbrook says it's my turn.
Celtics have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. Walker against Westbrook. Cantor. And the rejection by Harden. Down low. Here's Covington. It counts.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Now here's Walker. Guarded by Tucker. Walker the pass to Cantor. Good D by Covington. This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Now Westbrook. Five to shoot. The layup off target. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're down by 3. Just 2 seconds left in the 4th quarter. What's your take, guys?
And they need a 3 to tie. But look, they've got enough time here to find a good look. They can run a play off the inbounds, make sure they get it in the hands of their best shooter. A 3 and nothing but a 3 will do here.
You've got to keep your composure and execute to get a quality look from 3.
Now a timeout called by Houston. The deep 3 from Harden. Oh, and he had a chance to win it right there, but couldn't get it to fall. And that's going to do it for regular. Tip-off goes to Houston, and no shortage of excitement here, and we're officially underway in overtime in this game. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. And so in the game for the Rockets. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House in at the small forward. 3 on the clock. For 3, Westbrook. And Cantor pulls it down.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
2 open that time, made it look too easy. Walker's got the first points here in the overtime period for Boston. Brown against Harden. Outside Westbrook. Lets it go from deep. And Boston with the rebound. Hayward's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Walker. Brown trying to free himself up. Walker's shot is off.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Well, as we saw, 4 quarters not enough. We're just over a minute into overtime. Here's Walker. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Celtics lead by 2.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
Westbrook against Walker. Covington trying to break free, and Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. And a wide open look for Walker. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. And it's a 5-point Celtic lead.
And he's kind of always had that shoot-first mentality for a point guard. And when you can shoot it like Walker, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Connects from three-point range. And that's now 24 points for Russell Westbrook.
And the crowd is loving this long-range bomb attack that we're seeing here tonight, coming right back to answer a three with one of their own.
Tatum deciding where to go with it. Here's Cantor. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. They get Russell Westbrook.
It's the size of Cantor that makes him a tough matchup, right? He is so good at finding space inside and forcing the defense to foul him.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
He knew what was riding on those foul shots and didn't mess around, making this a 2-possession game.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're trailing by 4. There's 53 seconds left to play in the first overtime. Against Harden. Fires the 3. Oh, good on that one. And the Celtics going the other way now. And Tatum on top the key. He can't hit that time. Good D by Covington. Here's House. It's deflected, and he's able to get it back. Got it. And that shot brings them to within just 1. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for Boston. It falls!
And they still have a foul to give at this point.
Timeout called the Rockets. They're behind by 3. There's 21 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. Guys, your thoughts?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
Harden inside the 3-point line. And Tatum pulls it down. And he commits the intentional foul.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Well, how about Jason Tatum's rookie season? In the heat and the crucible of the playoffs, this guy rose to the level of the pressure. Incredible.
Westbrook, no good. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Boston.
It's the first, and that puts them up by 5.
And to me, guys, there's a level of physicality that Enes Kanter provides that's important to his team. He is unafraid of anyone, and that in and of itself is crucial.
From deep Harden, he doesn't hit that one. So it's the Celtics picking up the win. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
What a ride. I mean, I thought it might end in regulation, but you know what? They came through big and did exactly what was necessary once we got into